Anime Vanguards Update 4 is right around the corner, and with the update so close, I figured I would make a guide sort of detailing everything you guys need to prepare for this update and how you can do that. I know a lot of content creators normally say, oh, you need to prepare for this update, you need to get gold, you need to get this and that, but they never really give you a detailed explanation or a guide on how you can do that. So I figured I would make a video on that today and just kind of go over everything that you can do. So with all that said, let's just jump straight into it and go over what you can prepare for this update and how. Now, starting off in no particular order, I want to start with gold. I know a lot of people have been needing gold recently, especially with all the new units coming out. It gets really expensive evolving them. Maybe you're dismantling essence stones, maybe you're buying essence stones from the gold shop. Overall, it just gets really pricey and really expensive, especially compared to a lot of other tower defense games. I know gold isn't utilized as much in some other games, especially compared to this one. So I real quick just want to go over a couple of the ways you can get gold. One of the big ways is the boss rush. The new Fate boss rush gives about 100k gold per purchase, and you can purchase it a whole bunch of times. So it's not even like you're getting 10,000 gold compared to the other boss rushes. You're getting 100k each time you buy it, which is kind of crazy. So if you're in need of gold, I personally would try to buy gold every time the boss rush is available. The other boss rushes are also a really great way of getting gold. It just really depends on which one is available at the moment, but I personally would try grinding out the boss rush as much as you can, and then just buying gold from the shop. Now moving on to something like essence stones. Essence stones are actually really easy to get right now. Obviously there's the challenges and the weekend boost, the weekend 2 times rewards and all that for the challenges, but when I'm trying to grind essence stones, I usually either do legend stages or the boss rush again. You can also buy them from the gold shop, and once you have some gold grinded up, that's also a really quick way to get some. But I think a more sustainable way of getting essence stones is probably doing the boss rush shop. The command seal shop, so the Fate shop, also has some. So you get command seals from doing the Fate story, I think, definitely the Fate Infinite and the Legend stages, I'm pretty sure, and then you can just go talk to Gilgamesh and buy that shop out as well. It's a really great way to get essence stones, really quick, really easy, especially if you're grinding unit XP in the Fate Infinite anyway. 2 birds with 1 stone, you can get the essence stones from the Fate shop, and you're getting those command seals from the Infinite anyway for grinding unit XP. So really quick, really easy. And again, the boss rush, I think almost every single boss rush shop, or every single one, does have essence stones. I'm not sure the colors, they usually do have at least green and maybe rainbow. But again, if you're already grinding that boss rush for gold to begin with, easy, quick way to get some essence stones, and it's out of the way. Now, a big and a really important one in my opinion is honestly units. I mean, if you don't have the proper units to clear content in new updates, then it doesn't really matter how much preparation you do. So really quickly, I also want to go over some units I think you should have or try to get for update 4. And if you don't have them, then how you can get them, or if you need to summon for the unit, or it's a winter event unit, then how you can sort of grind those gems and presents. So off the top of my head, just some units that you really want to try to get is definitely going to be Ragna from the winter event, Gojo, Evo, Saber, Evo. Saber Alter does seem pretty good personally, and I know a lot of people might disagree with me on this. I don't think she's that good. I don't think she's a must-have the same way that Gojo is. If you really want Fate units, then again, I'd go for Saber or even Gilgamesh. And then outside of those Fate units, maybe Choso, or I mean, there's definitely older units you could try to go for as well, but I'd personally try to stick to those couple few that I mentioned. I mean, you could try to go for Icarus or Sung Jin Woo if you wanted, maybe. It's kind of wishy-washy though. Really just try to stick to those units. Gojo Evo, Saber, Gilgamesh, maybe Saber Alter if you want, Choso. If you can get Sukuna, actually Sukuna's another good one as well I'd recommend. So mainly try to stick to those units and get them. And if you're in need of some gems to summon for them, personally I would recommend grinding Infinite usually, or the Battle Pass. And I mean, honestly, when you're grinding for the battle pass, you're going to want to do infinite anyway. So really just do infinite for those gems. You can also do specific quests if you need those, or you can even try to do milestones. There's new milestones when summoning 4 units, essentially. So if you get a certain amount of units that are a certain rarity, or every time you summon a new unit that you didn't have, you get gems as well. So I would just try to keep that in mind. And then to get Ragna, you get him from the secret portal. And you get the secret portal from doing tier 10 portals, and doing those gets kind of annoying. I mean, I would try to go in the Discord and find a group to grind with, or maybe set up a couple accounts if you can do that, or really just whatever you want to do, and just try to get that secret portal. He's a bit more wishy-washy and a bit harder to get than some of these other units, but he really is worth it, and I would try to get him if you can. Now, last but definitely not least is rerolls. So rerolls are a lot easier to get now, I feel like, especially compared to when the game released. You can get rerolls from just about every shop right now, minus the gold shop. You can get them from every raid shop, you can get them from, I think, every boss rush shop. You can get them from the command seal shop as well. It's crazy. I mean, if you're grinding the stuff I mentioned earlier, like even infinite, or if you're doing the boss rush, or even if you're just trying to grind the winter event, you're going to get those presents and you can use those for rerolls as well. It's just right now getting rerolls is so versatile. I mean, you can even get them from challenges too. You can get the rerolls from certain challenges, and on the weekend you get that 2 times rewards. So that gives you 2 times the amount of rerolls as well. So I think if you're really just trying to grind, again, that stuff I mentioned before, you're going to be able to get rerolls either way. It's definitely the easiest out of these, because I feel like there's a couple where you have to go out of your way to do something, like the command seal shop, for example. You kind of have to go out of your way from maybe grinding the boss rush to do that infinite and get those command seals. But regardless of what you choose to grind, you're going to get those rerolls anyway, because you're still getting that currency, and then you can still just buy those rerolls. And with all that said, that's going to conclude the video. There isn't much more that you really need to prepare or think about for this update. It's definitely going to be a lot easier and a lot less stressful than previous updates, especially because in previous updates we didn't have as many resources, or they weren't as easy to get. So this update should be a lot easier, especially on free-to-play players or people who don't play the game as much, or even, some people who haven't been playing it all recently and they're only just now coming back to the game. It should be a whole lot easier and just way less stressful than before. But if you think there's anything that I missed or that I should have mentioned more, then as always, feel free to let me know. I tried to make a list of everything that I think most people would need to prepare, and that most people are trying to prepare right now. So again, if I missed anything, you can always just let me know, but that should be about everything. But with all that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.